Connecting the dots, connecting his guests to the world, creating more connections. Welcome to The Connection with your host, Jay Morales, podcasting from the Parkville Studios.
So excited for this Blackstone series, but before we continue, I'd like to say thank you to our sponsor, B4B. At the B4B Symposium, Make an Impact, November 7th at the Omaha Palazzo. 7 incredible speakers, including a keynote by Paul Jarrett, the CEO of Bulu Box. 7 speakers, food trucks, networking, happy hour. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. Facebook, keyword, Business for Business, November 7th. Make sure you're there. I'm so excited because I love raw interviews. And we're at the Blackstone District. This is the series that we are highlighting the Blackstone District to ensure that we are telling the story. We've had many great businesses on so far, and I love speaking with entrepreneurs and their why. And Matt Carper is like, you got to talk to this girl named Julie Hockney. Julie Hockney, she's got a couple businesses, and she's also, Julie, I want to say thank you for being on here with us today.
You are very welcome. Thanks for having me.
You were like trying to pour shots down. I still haven't taken it. What is this?
I'm not a whiskey drinker.
What is this? Oh, the Japanese whiskey?
Japanese whiskey,
yes, we are sampling the Japanese whiskey here at Butterfish. And I can tell you it's rare, it's awesome, and I'm going to go ahead and just take the shot now.
Do it. I tried one, I couldn't do 2.
Oh, that's actually really good.
It's smooth.
You know what's crazy? It's ricey.
It's ricey.
You think?
I think it is. Is it a rice-based whiskey?
No, it
It
really
is, yeah.
Yeah.
That one may have been the sweeter of the two.
Yeah.
The one I tried was lighter. That looked darker.
And I'm a bourbon guy. Julie, so I'm going to jump right into it. I love the electricity. I love the ambiance. Julie, how long have you been an entrepreneur away from corporate America?
Ooh, great leading question.
You know it. I'm just jumping right into it.
I feel like
Julie
I'm on
Hockney.
SNL. Okay,
We need
an
more
entrepreneur.
cowbell. Yes.
12 years.
So 12 years ago, where were you before that? Were you in corporate? What were you doing in corporate America, kind of?
I was working at a firm, at a design firm.
At a firm.
At a firm.
At a firm.
And I
That
decided
just
not
sounds
to.
sterile. So you're like, hey, firm, I'm out of here. I'm doing my own thing. Were you scared?
No.
Come
I was
on.
actually a stay-at-home mom for a really long time, about 6 weeks.
Matt did tell me about that. So it's, okay, stay-at-home mom is a hard job, no doubt.
I know, I only lasted 6 weeks.
Till you figured you need to talk more than 2 syllables.
Yeah.
So then you left and ventured out. What was your first venture as an entrepreneur?
I started my own design company.
So when
One
people-
client.
Here's what's crazy when people say design company. What does that even mean? Because I'll be honest with you, designers, design company, I'm not that cultured, right?
Sure.
There are many designers for many different things. When you say designer, what do you mean?
I mean, I started as a consultant. So
Okay.
helping people that needed to design their space, whether it be a building, a home, whatever it was. You just come alongside them and help them pick a lot of things they don't know anything about.
I'll be honest with you, we spent about 3 designs ourselves, and I don't want to call them designs, and about $8,000 to $10,000 on a room in our family room that we regretted.
Yep.
We finally hired a professional designer, and now it's just been awesome.
Yep.
So-
It
so
takes
tell-
the stress off of you.
No doubt, and it takes the waste of money off you.
Yes.
But,
Matt knows. We've worked on some projects together.
but I will tell you, Julie, most people think, oh my gosh, they're just out of my league. There's no way I can afford it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
They don't need to think that because I just saw a friend. Sorry.
Yes, hey, hi,
ADD.
friend. ADD, I love it.
I even have people we help with paint consultations, and they will spend less on the design
Yes.
consulting than all the samples of paint they bought and tried on the wall and wasted.
That's pretty affordable.
So that's
because
not out of a lot of people's league.
How many people have made a mistake going, ooh, the eggshell white was terrible.
Right. Or they paint it all and then they just live with it because they don't want to spend the money painting it again.
And then
they hate it.
And they hate it for the rest of their life.
Yep.
So talk to me about your first venture. What was the name of it? JH Interior Design Studio?
Correct.
Okay. So you started with one client.
One.
And can I ask you, as an entrepreneur, as a designer, Oh, who's Jay?
Oh, sorry, my brother Jay.
Oh, tell Jay.
I don't know. He's working on the streetcar. Do you know him?
No, I don't. He's working on the streetcar
Well,
scenario?
Green Slate Development.
Okay, so Jay. Oh,
Do you want me to get him on the line?
it'll be hard to. It'll be hard
I'm
to.
kidding.
I would love to talk with Jay, though, Green Slate, because I want to know their why, too. So, Julie,
Yes.
you started with one client. Let me ask you this. When you first started out, was it hard for you to charge people? Because too many entrepreneurs love what they do, and they almost want to give it away.
Absolutely. And what makes it even harder for a designer is you're selling your time and your expertise, and it's intangible.
Right.
So people don't, it's not like you go to buy shoes and you take the shoes home.
And it's right there.
It's right there. This is,
Yes.
you're selling your ideas and your time, and it is hard to bill.
So there's a girl named Tammy or Shelly or Micah, and she wants to be a designer.
Yeah.
What are you telling her right now? She's in that, I want to do what you do.
Go learn your shit and then figure out how to deal with people.
Oh my gosh.
And then you might make it.
Because being a designer is more than just coming up with cool designs. It's selling. You've got to sell.
You got to know people. You got to understand their personalities,
Yes.
their decision-making
You got to read their
capabilities.
face.
The first probably 5 meetings, I'm asking all the questions
Wait,
because I'm
did you
learning
say
them.
5?
Oh yeah.
Because it is a long sales cycle.
Well, if you have a year project, you have a lot of meetings. So the
Absolutely.
first several meetings, I'm asking all the questions because you want to learn who you're working with.
How often do people, your clients or pre-clients say, we know what we want. Here's what we want.
A lot, and then they don't really know that they don't know what they want.
Do you ever feel that in your field there's a lot of competition?
There probably is, but we don't feel it, I don't think.
So you've been in business for how, 12?
12 years.
Okay, have you ever said, I'm going back to corporate America?
No, never.
Never?
Mm-mm.
How about this? Give me something you failed at in the past 12 years that these people can learn from. What's something you failed at? Like,
Fail? Oh, I fail every day.
Me
That's
too.
easy.
But just one.
That's easy.
Just one. Tell me one thing.
Well, see this lady in the pink? I designed her kitchen and it was terrible. I'm kidding. No, I love your kitchen. I'm just kidding.
That's Jeanette. So tell me, what did you fail at?
You know, there's lots of little things along the way, but misjudging somebody or misjudging how long something's going to take.
So you almost ate the job per se? Did you
Sure.
ever lose money on it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my God, what did I just do?
Or I told someone it would take this many hours and it took double. But
When-
because you own the business, you just eat it.
When do you know that the client is not right for you? Be honest. What do you know? And it's okay. We're not trying to kick business out, but like we're saying, when is client not right for you?
I think you can tell a client's not a good fit when they constantly push back, constantly challenge. There's no trust. If that trust doesn't get built up between you and a client, it'll never sink.
I think that's with any industry.
Trust.
Have you ever walked away and just said, thank you so much, but Nebraska Furniture Mart's up the street?
I've done it in a much more slick way than
Right,
that.
yeah, because I got good sales skills. I'm like, nope, see ya.
It's the "it's not you, it's me" speech.
It's not you. Don't leave, I'll change.
I promise.
I want to talk about one of your other businesses here specifically in the Blackstone
Yes.
area. Bouquet, it's a floral design studio.
Correct.
So besides the who we are, I can read that to you.
Sure.
Who are you in the Blackstone District to your customers?
Okay, great question.
Of course it is. I'm a great interviewer. What are you talking about?
Are these pre-written? Where's your note cards?
None. I have nothing.
Matt, does he have note cards?
No, I don't.
We are a specialized florist, so we aim to bring in specialty stems above and beyond customer service. Think outside the box, and we love being in the Blackstone because we feel like we're a smaller, more niche boutique florist.
Okay.
You're gonna see stuff you don't see other places.
So let's talk about Blackstone in general and your thought when you went to open this Bouquet and Floral Design Studio. You were like, we're going to open in Blackstone. Why were you attracted to this place?
Well, there's a couple of reasons.
Yes, tell me
Remember
one.
that guy that was calling me a second ago?
Jay, your brother? Yes. But beyond that, like, It was, how long ago was
This is
it?
actually a really good story, so I'll tell you. As a designer, whenever we would finish a space, we'd put fresh floral in the space because it really needed it for photos or like you see on the bar here. You just need that element of something fresh and live.
I agree.
So I would start to make these for people, and then they'd order them, and then they'd want us to do me to do a wedding, and so I'm in my kitchen at 2 a.m, flowers everywhere, and my husband said, something's got to give. I said, you're right. So fast forward a few years, I'm down here with my brother Jay, designing the apartments above Moolah.
Yes.
And we're standing on the corner.
Yep.
Beautiful day. And I looked across the street and I said, I love what you're doing down here. If I ever had that flower shop I've always wanted to have, I would have it here. And he said, why don't you? I said, I think I will.
Did you get the family discount? Let's be honest.
I'm not sure. I think I did, but not sure.
So
I was signing a lease like 2 days later, I think.
let's talk about collaboration in some of these businesses. Now, Matt, you introduced me to Julie. This is Matt Carper, the proprietor of Meadowlark Management, one of the business partners. When you said, we should have Julie Hockney on here, I'm like, why? No, I didn't say it like that. Tell me why she's so integral. How did you guys meet?
Well, I knew Julie had Bouquet down here kind of in the very beginning. She's also a partner of ours with Red Lion Lounge. So that's how I got to meet her very well and learned about JH Design Studio. I've been there, the studio. I keep my wife away because our bank account would be at zero. But it is amazing, and that's how I kind of connected the dots and said, hey, she's got a couple things going on, and the connection to Blackstone has been from day one, or practically day one, since all of this kind of came full circle. But again, just that perspective of how it's evolved, what's going on, how it changes, and then also knowing that she commutes down here on the regular from 108-ish
Yes.
in Dodge.
Let's be honest, because it's not next door. People from
Right.
West Omaha are like, I can't go down there because they're so
Afraid to walk.
Yes. Oh my God. Let's talk about parking. People say, I can't find parking. There's plenty of parking if you take more than 50 steps. I am so angry at those people for being lazy.
Yeah, just out Bouquet's door, there's 3 parking lots that are now available after 5 o'clock, 7 days a week, and I think Saturday and Sunday all day.
So I want to go back and concentrate. So people are saying, okay, you're a floral shop, you're Bouquet and a floral design studio. You say you get specialty. What do you mean by specialty, Julie? Define specialty for me.
So specialty being unique flowers that you wouldn't see if you walked into Hy-Vee.
Am I spending like $1,000 or?
You can.
You can.
I will help you.
Okay. So do you specialize in weddings as well?
Absolutely. Events.
So that's a great event. Talk about how important it is to have floral at your wedding. And I will tell you, I've been at some weddings, I'm like, ooh, everything's great, but these flowers are terrible.
Right? And you notice.
You do. And I'm like, did they skimp? Talk about how important that is to the bride or the groom or the people.
And oftentimes the florist will step in and we will help oversee the look of the entire event. So the tablecloths, the lighting, there are a lot of other things that all go together when you're doing an event. And our stuff just stands out. It's unique, it's larger scale, it's just more custom.
I'm looking at your portfolio. You've got quite a bit here, and a lot of them are weddings. I'm looking at Lauren and Dan specifically, her bouquet that she's holding.
Ooh, I love that one.
Pops.
Oh, that's on our business card, I think. I
Is
love
it
that
really?
bouquet.
I will tell you that they're probably sharing that with their friends. That is on
Look
your
at that.
business card.
You win.
I do
That's
win.
pretty crazy you pulled that up.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you, I pay attention, Julie.
You know the detail.
I try my hardest, but so flowers aren't just flowers. When people say, I'm going to get flowers for my wife, I really think people say, oh, don't waste money on flowers. Tell me about that. Don't waste money on flowers.
Well, and this is why Matt, it's good Matt's here. I often tell people I relate it to food.
Yes.
It's a fresh, live product.
Yes.
And we can't always control the environment and
No.
what the color is going to be and the size of the stems. But when you have something fresh that's beautiful, it's worth it. And yes, it's going to die, but you
Yes.
get to enjoy it for a while.
Absolutely,
and it's-
especially if they're quality.
They'll
And-
last 2 to 3 times as long because we get them sooner out of the ground than if they sit at a grocery store.
So are you sourcing locally then and spending your money locally as well, or is it all over?
We actually do source some locally. We
Okay,
have
good.
some peonies and things being grown in local gardens.
Absolutely.
But there are some flowers that just don't grow around here. Or
Right,
in the
like-
winter.
No,
There's not a lot besides evergreen.
surprise. So someone in the wintertime says, I want flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what's available in your selection.
There's a lot. There's more than you would think, and they're from all over the world. So we have to have them flown in.
I can't imagine. So I think there's a lot that goes into the florist business, right? It's not just a refrigerator full of flowers. I mean, we're talking a lot of inventory sometimes. Correct?
Mhm,
Am I
correct,
right?
yes.
Because you can't walk in there and be like, oh yeah, order that and get it next Tuesday.
Right.
So,
Much like catering or something, you have to pre-plan.
let me ask you this. What's the biggest challenge in your florist business in this area?
Great question. Dealing
course.
with the climate.
Okay.
So in the dead of winter, when we have really beautiful arrangements made and we're transporting them, they
Yeah.
all have to be covered. Because if it's below 32 degrees
Yes.
and we take them outside, they will freeze and die. And if the bride won't like that.
No doubt. Do you have a lot of corporate accounts as well?
We have some. We have
So
some, yeah.
people that just say, you know what, this needs to be a mainstay. And what's one emerging market that you'd like to get more into?
Corporate accounts is a great one, or
It
just
is.
weekly flowers at
Yes.
hotels, people's homes. They just want something delivered weekly that's fresh.
Are real estate agents big into it? I think they should be.
We're
to be
getting
honest
there.
with you.
We're
It
getting
should
there.
be.
Yeah.
Real estate agents, when they close on a home, they should be giving flowers. And honestly, that's a home run. Staging for you guys. I mean, they should use flowers for staging.
They should. It's a good idea.
He knows the guy.
Do you know anyone in real estate?
Boom, you're talking to one.
I've
Can
always
I-
wanted to meet someone.
Oh my gosh. Could I ask you, what do you think surprised you the most about the floral business? The floral business itself.
Oh, good question. Another good question. I don't know.
This is what I do, Julie.
I think everything kind of surprised me, but probably just the level of detail
Yeah.
and the amount of work it takes to get a few beautiful things designed, purchased, created, delivered, and installed, right? There's a long process
Yes.
to get that beautiful thing on the table.
As an owner, tell me how many staff do you have staff at?
We do.
Okay,
yeah.
how many?
We now have 5
Okay,
down
so
there.
let's talk about those 5. Not specifically by name. How challenging is it in just Omaha to find great employees?
I actually don't think it's that hard. If they see your vision and they're the right fit, you got the right butt in the right seat.
Yes.
Although we don't sit, we
Yes,
stand.
no doubt. So, with that being said, your business, thrives on employees, good employees. When people think the Blackstone District and people say, oh, well, the unemployment level's so low here that it's hard to find good talent, is that true or is that false?
I don't think it's hard to find good talent. It might be hard to weed through people to find the right person, but I think the talent's here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you think that, I don't know, I guess it's, for me, every business, do you own or occupy, how much time do you spend in both businesses physically?
Physically?
Yeah.
Percentage of time or like hours a week?
Sure, hours a week, whatever.
Oh, I don't know.
I
I sleep there sometimes, I
Do you
think.
ever sleep?
I don't sleep much.
Oh my God. Well, there's no need to sleep. We'll sleep when we die.
Full speed ahead, sleep till you're dead. That's one of my sayings.
Boom. Did we just become best
I
friends?
think we did.
Are we going to have a Catalina wine mixer next week?
Possibly.
Yes. I need to know, from your standpoint, the collaboration between businesses and Blackstone. Be honest with me. Is it good? Is it great? Does it need improvement? Honestly.
Like it. I like it. I think we tend to lean on the people closer to us.
Well,
But it's
sure.
like a neighbor, right? It's the little things. Our POS system's kind of jacked up at the moment. Do you guys know what's wrong with this? Or do you have paper towels? Or we're
Really?
having an event? Or do you
Yes.
have more ice melt that we can sprinkle on the sidewalk? It's like a neighbor that you're not afraid to go to and ask for help.
I think that's a big deal. Matt, your perception of Julie's business, because obviously you're like, you should have Julie on. What do you, when you think of her business here in Blackstone, what do you think of?
I think it's one of the few places you can go and actually shop. Like we said, there's not a lot of retail down here. So Blackstone's become this entertainment district we talked about last week. And again, there's not a lot of little places to go and purchase stuff. So I think that adds a piece to this neighborhood that is 100% necessary. It's a gift. You can pop in, get some flowers. It's not just for those special occasions. We've hosted a couple of events with Julie at Red Lion that I think have turned out okay, but...
what do you mean okay?
We try to mix Valentine's Day or Red Lion and flowers.
Yes. Okay, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. So we had some bouquets available there on site, and we probably could have done a better job pushing that event. I think even if we did it all 3 places, it's just a collaboration to showcase, like, did you know you can buy flowers down here in Blackstone?
Honestly, and before Matt introduced me to this, I was oblivious to your business, right? And I think when we drive by this area, we just focus on what we know. Julie, I think you're a hidden gem here. And I don't want to say hidden, but you're definitely a gem, a standout in this community because you're unique, right? I mean...
Thank you, yeah.
No, absolutely, you're welcome. What do you want people to know most about this business here in Blackstone, about your bouquet business in Blackstone?
Well, I think we want them to know that we can do anything they can think of. We want to think outside the box with people. And to bring it back to a place to just go buy flowers, that's kind of the icing on the cake for us because we know the daily floral shop is kind of sadly dying, right? Because Costco has flowers, Hy-Vee has flowers, and that's okay. But we really specialize in the events. But people walking in and buying a hand-tied bouquet is great for us.
Yes.
It's kind of the icing on the cake that we can still sell that, and so we want people to know you can come in, get something special, get something you don't see in town. And that's important to us.
I want people to know when they spend money with your business, they're fueling local people.
Absolutely.
And when they're, like you said, the word COSTCO, listen, Linda, there's a lot of businesses out there that try to crowd the space, but I want to support people local, and I don't want a discount. I want to spend money with Julie's family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, which is awesome.
That's important to me, and that's what this Blackstone is about. Why? One more parting shot of why people should visit Blackstone, and then we'll call it a day.
Matt?
We need your perspective.
Oh, thanks, Matt. I think they should visit it because, like you said, they're supporting people that had a vision and that worked really hard to create a neighborhood. And I think that's important that they're supporting that vision and they're coming alongside and saying, I want to buy your product, I want to talk about your product, and I want to come down here and enjoy myself and spend my hard-earned money to help you advance your vision, your business.
Does this sound crazy to you when I say this, Sesame Street? Does it sound crazy? Do you remember
No, it
Sesame
sounds
Street?
old.
But do you remember Sesame Street?
Oh yeah, that's what it was like. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, absolutely. I think it's truly a neighborhood where people depend on each other like a great ecosystem. And I appreciate you that you're investing in this community. You're providing jobs for Omaha. I think it's a big deal. And you're a female entrepreneur, which is incredible.
Thank you.
It's not
Proud
a large
to be.
feat, but it's incredible.
Proud to be.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We want to say thank you to the Omaha Gift Company. If you need a gift and are looking to make an impact, the Omaha Gift Company can take care of all your gift-giving needs. Use code JAY and get the secret discount, the OmahaGiftCompany.com. Use code JAY and get the secret discount, continuing our saga here at the Blackstone broadcast.